Would you like to be a volunteer in a foreign country?
I don't mind.
I would not like to do it.
I think volunteering is a very positive experience.
It's a good idea overall.
It's really good when people are engaged into something which really brings good results.
As you don't get paid and somehow you have to manage to cover your expenses.
It's a chance to get practical experience in a foreign country, in a foreign culture, and at the same time do a good thing.
I suppose it depends on what type of volunteering, who you're helping and what you're doing. It's important that it should be something worthwhile.
Just in theory, I wouldn't mind doing it, but in practice, I have never had time, or maybe I haven't come across such projects which would raise my interest that I would think, yeah, I would love to do that.
On the other hand, I guess it depends on what kind of job you set out to do. I've never done such a job, but I believe that with the right aim and focus, I would give it a try.
I volunteered myself in different countries around the world. I think I would do it again in the future if I have time and the resources.
I'm from England and I volunteered abroad when I was younger, in Germany and France, working in the forest. It was fun at the time and a good way to experience a new culture.
Working as a volunteer in a place where we have never been before could be very interesting yet challenging, as mentioned by some students before. And for Musemakweri Nass, 26 years old from Rwanda, flying from Central Africa to one of the Western European countries like Germany brings at first quite a lot of difficulties.
Sometimes I had to face a bit of segregation, language problems also because I come from far away. There is no single word which are almost similar to adopt food and ways of living.
Through an organization named Zugvögel, which organizes a one-year volunteer service in Germany for young adults from Rwanda, Ecuador, Nepal, and Uganda, Nass, whom we meet after his working hour at the Sportjugend des Landessportbundes Rheinland-Pfalz Mainz, came to Germany in August 2013. Let's hear what he does as the volunteer.
I do office work and I just help Sportjugend to prepare some sports events and to participate in the school sports activities.
Unlike many other programs that bring volunteers to developing countries, Zugvögel works the other way around. With 15 regional groups all over Germany, this organization was founded in 2011 based on a similar program called Weltwärts, as explained on a different occasion by Sebastian Bohlen, 23 years old, one of the members of the regional group Aachen.
I have been in Ecuador for a year with a program called Weltwärts from German government. It's a program that wants to create equality and a cultural exchange. We were 35 volunteers in Ecuador. We all thought that this cultural exchange is a little bit one-sided because we can go in that country and we can learn a lot, and they only know something about us as person and not about Germany. So we thought this equality is not really equal. So we decided to make an association who does exactly the same but in the other direction. So from countries in the global south to Germany, because we think it's more equal. And the aim of this program Weltwärts is not that clear.
Nevertheless, it is not always easy to bring these volunteers from the countries of Global South to Germany, as mentioned by Moses Kulewind, 27 years old from Frankfurt, another member of the organization who is also a mentor of Nass.
We have difficulties with German visa. For some countries it's quite tricky to get the visa, and there we are really facing bigger problems. Like for Uganda, we had choose two volunteers and prepare them. We have booked the flight and everything. A few days before they went, the German government decided no, they won't get the visa, and they couldn't start their volunteer service here in Germany. With Rwanda, we are lucky because Rheinland-Pfalz and Rwanda are partner countries. So there also we have support from political people and parties, and the visa process there is working quite well. But as other countries like Uganda, it's really tricky for us to get a visa, and the visa process especially is quite intransparent for us. So we don't get information, okay, why this volunteer hasn't got a visa. What they did, they finished their language courses, and we tried to protest and involve also local politicians in Bremen and Jena to push forward and maybe to make a different decision.
What are exactly the requirements to be the volunteers? Regarding this, Moses states,
they should speak one European language, like English, Spanish, or French, and then they should have the motivation to learn German, of course. We support the volunteers with language courses, so when they come to Germany they should have level A1, but still also in the country we could support them with some language courses. They should have some basic high school degree, but they don't need to have to finish study or anything else.
And how is the process?
We work together with partner organizations. Youth people can apply at this organization and then they choose the volunteer. We have a database where around 30 or 40 projects in Germany are displayed and where they can choose from different topics like education, sport, activity, or social service, working with disabled people.
Besides to bring equality in a cultural exchange, Zugvögel also aims to fight racism, the thing which often comes up when it's related to being a foreigner in a foreign country. Concerning this, Moses and Sebastian share the same point of views.
I think every person has somehow prejudice or stereotypes in his mind, but when you meet other people, so when you get in touch with them, when you reflect this, then I think things can change and every person can learn while having intercultural exchange, and this is what Zugvögel, where we really help.
I think it's normal. You have these prejudices to protect yourself from people you don't know. For example, when I came to Ecuador, I thought the people were open-minded and enjoying their lives and not caring too much about their work, and what I saw was that there are, like here, many different kinds of people, so you can't judge how they behave. It's different when you're there and you see how different the people are.
And as the volunteer, Nass has his own conception.
I didn't know that I can find a beggar just on the street in Germany. I didn't know that there is some poor people. Also, I didn't know that I can buy a nice cloth in Africa.
However, his new experience volunteering in Germany gives Nass a deep impression.
I really thank people from Zugvögel, my working place, and the family which hosted me. So these are the people who are doing a lot, who are helping me to experience a lot here in Germany.
And as one among those who participate inside the organization, Sebastian affirms,
I can work with people who think the same and who wants to fight racism, and it's great if you meet some of the volunteers and can talk to them, and if they say that they thought Germany was different and that they learned a lot, and it's great.
Now, what do you think of volunteering abroad?